So Britain abolished slave labor.
Right.
Okay. In 1800 something.
Right.
Or the 1700 something, around that time.
Right.
But then they needed cheap labor anyway to work the plantations all over the empire.
Sure.
To work the tin mines, to work the diamond mines, to work the railway construction. They wanted cheap labor. So they decided that we'll get it from India and we won't call it slave. We'll call it indentured labor. And so they contracted contractors to get us labor.
Right.
And these contractors went and got labor from parts of Bengal and Bihar.
Got it.
These people became indentured labor. But it was essentially maybe just a little bit above slavery. So you got a salary, you signed a contract, but the contract for 20 years or 30 years.
Oh.
You got no vacations home.
No.
And you got onto a ship and you went somewhere in the empire.
It's a one-way ticket in a way.
Yeah. And many of them died on the way.
Yeah.
It was not so great conditions. And if you know that the one term for this, the descendants of these people who went is Girmitiyas. You heard the term Girmitiya?
No, I hadn't heard of that. No.
So Girmitiyas are descendants of people who went in indentured labor. And Girmitiya is derived from Girmit. Girmit is a bastardized term for agreement.
Oh.
So agreement became Girmit. मैं Girmit में आया हूँ. मैं Girmitiya हूँ.
So would this be Fiji, Guyana, some of those places as well?
Yeah. Caribbean, East Africa, South Africa, Fiji, Mauritius, Malaysia.
Across the empire.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Now, these, indentured labor would live in camps. The British did not want them to mix with local population.
Right.
They wanted to just make them work.
Right.
So you will have a plantation and you'll have a camp of 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 indentured labor just outside.
Yeah.
And this is not in the main city.
No.
Okay, the camp has got boundaries. Now these indentured laborers would have a demand for Indian products. Sari, dhoti, masala, dal, chawal, whatever. Right? Indian food, Indian clothes, Indian whatever. Household, whatever. Now, Gujarati traders and Sindhi traders saw the opportunity. So, one Gujarati or Sindhi brother would be in India,
Right.
Karachi or Surat or wherever.
Oh,
right?
amazing.
And one brother would go there and set up a shop outside the camp.
Wow. Okay.
And they would send products from here, that guy would sell them there. So a lot of the Indian business houses, which are now so prosperous in Africa and the Caribbean and are descendants of those traders.
Fantastic.
Whereas the indentured laborers were poorer. Right? And therefore their descendants were poorer. So they took 3 or 4 generations because you see, you did your 30 years or 20 years.
Correct.
And then you came out.
Yeah.
But you had no savings. So you didn't have a lifestyle. So you couldn't send your kids a great education. It took generations for people to come out of it. So V.S. Naipaul is the most celebrated Girmitiya. Well, was. He's passed away. But his grandmother or his great-grandmother had gone there.
Right. Right.
As a indentured laborer.
Interesting.
Okay. So, so you have 2 classes of descendants.
Got it.
One are those who were the traders.
Yeah.
And therefore they're better off from day one. Yeah. And the others are the descendants of indentured labor. And they took generations to come out of there.
Got it. Wow. Yeah.
The economic...
Interesting lesson in history and economics.
So, Shiv Chandrapal.
Yep. The cricketer of West Indies cricketer.
I recall reading somewhere that he traced which village his ancestors came from. He's a descendant of a...
Right.
He's a Girmitiya.
Right.
Okay. Indentured labor descendant. And he went and he tried to trace his village. And if you do a Google search, you'll find it.
Somewhere in Bihar, is it?
Yeah. So actually, you see, that time Calcutta was the epicenter of the British Empire.
Right.
So all these indentured laborers were shipped out of Calcutta.
Yeah.
And therefore, they were recruited from Bihar and parts of what is now West Bengal. And at that time, there were a lot of famines in India.
Right.
So people were desperate to get out and somehow save their lives.
Right.
And that's where they went.
Wow. Wow. Fantastic. I had no idea about that.
And so I'm curious about history. So I read up on stuff like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure you love this particular tip. If you want to watch the full episode, click on the link below and watch the whole episode.